Hi, today is January 6th, 2012, and we're going to try this one more time. Okay, so I'm here today with AnneGregson, and she is a certified life coach. And one of the reasons that she's here today is because I had reached out to a very large business card looking type thing, and it said Adirondack Women's Empowerment Retreat, and of course that caught my eye because of the program that I'm performing myself. And I had called, and a lady by the name of Debbie Phelps had returned my call and said that this was something that she was very interested in and maybe would be interested in partaking in. And they are doing this retreat type thing. It's again called Adirondack Women's Empowerment Retreat, and it's in the Glen Lodge in Warrensburg. And you said this is a really nice facility. And they're going to have a life coach there, which is what Anne will be doing. A writer, a yoga teacher, which is what Debbie will be doing. And then you said as well that the massage therapist is a chef, and will be doing all the food for this retreat. Mm-hmm. And there's still spaces available. There are. So when we give the information, people can get this information and give a call or go to the online site. So there was a whole big dynamic to this that really attracted me to even calling. And of course, there were some issues that will have to be addressed as far as privacy and respecting the people that are signing up to go to this program, that are all still being kind of panned out. But Anne had given me a call maybe a week later, which was pretty exciting. And as a life coach, she said that she had kind of looked into what I was doing, Project Me. And he thought it was kind of neat, and had offered to be my life coach. That's right. Which I didn't even know what a life coach really was. So I said, well, I don't know if I want one, because I don't know what you do. So Anne was gracious enough to come to the house today, and we've spent hours talking and learning about each other and just putting everything out there, pretty much. Yeah. And I learned about her stuff, and you've learned about a lot of my stuff. And a big dynamic of this, which I think is really important to share with people, is that you believe, and now I believe, that having a good connection with someone to communicate with them, and this goes as far as it could be doctors, it could be therapists, it could be anybody. Yeah. You have to have a respect for that person and want to be involved and care about what they're saying. And you're very nice person. So I very much have enjoyed sitting here with you all afternoon. Thanks. And I wanted to share with everybody. Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you. So I wanted to share this with all of you. And I wanted to share Anne with all of you. And, she does a pretty important thing. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking for, what's a good way to put it? They're looking for some direction.
People come to life coaches with a lot of different, for a lot of different reasons. Mm-hmm. And some people, I've coached people that have retired and aren't sure what to do with their lives. Women who feel overworked, have no time for themselves. How do I?
Well, I'm one of those people. So
time management is one, quite often. And some people really don't. They just feel lost and are trying to figure out what to do, and don't even know who they really are. And so all kinds of things. So just bump it up a level. I'm not, I have everything I thought I wanted, but I'm still not happy. That's pretty common. So every individual brings a different agenda to the call. We work over the phone,
and that's really convenient.
And it means I can coach anyone anywhere in the world, really.
And do you work with a lot of people locally and all over the place?
Right now, I'm not working with a lot of people. I mostly work locally, but would like to expand that.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, and it's a nice. I've been coached for 8 years, and through a lot of heartache and all kinds of things that happen, and feel like I'm so much. I am like living proof that coaching can be very beneficial. And I want to share that. That's why I called you. I thought, hey, let's do this.
Well, you had given me already a couple of tools that, you know, can be very, very useful. I mean, you can, like you said, I mean, there's people with all kinds of issues and ailments and concerns and problems, but, you know, you can have all of that, and if you have the right tools, you have somebody that can kind of clear the fog a little bit and help you with some tools. It might be useful for a lot of people.
That's true, and one of the things I want to get clear on too is one of the really beautiful things about coaching is that the coaches see their clients as already capable and resourceful and creative and whole, and you are fine just the way you are right now.
Well, thank you.
And
this is turning out to be a great interview.
And so it's time, you know, so I ask questions. You know who you are. I don't know who you are. I ask the questions that for you to empower yourself to move forward. It's not. I'm not a consultant. I'm not a counselor. A coach is the perfect word for you because I will be your cheerleader. I will celebrate those victories with you. I will ask maybe questions. It's a confidential relationship that develops, and that's important because I'm trained to ask the hard questions sometimes, and questions your best friend may not be willing to ask you because they're not going to risk the friendship. Because people say, well, my friend can do that. But the friends have something else at stake. And that's what a coach, you know, you develop a trust and a relationship, and then there's a process, and it takes time. And a lot of coaches will say, you need to work at least 3 months before you're going to start seeing some change and habits of thinking, what things are in your way. Why haven't you moved forward the way you want to? You know, what is in your way? And there can be belief systems that you have that you grew up with that aren't serving you anymore. The gremlin, where's that little gremlin guy?
He's a little
you know,
guy.
those little voices in your head that say, you can't do that, or, you know, what are you, crazy? What do people think? There's all kinds, and so a coach has like their toolbox, and out of that toolbox comes, you know, I have surveys you can take, questionnaires you can do, assessment tools, all kinds of things to help you evaluate where you are, so you can also see later on how far you've gone, because it's nice to see some progress.
Absolutely.
You know, and have some way to measure the progress. So that's another thing, and we hold you accountable. You got to pick up that phone every week, and that will nudge people forward. You know, you pick up a woman's magazine, and it's like, how to improve your life, and you read it and take the quiz, and then you're like, I didn't do it because no one's there going, have you done it? So that's another. It's the accountability piece too that I think is really important.
Sure
for people.
Well, I think something. You know, someone wanted to reach out to you, which there's a lot of people that watch the program. You know, even my circle of people that watch the videos and the journals and all that stuff. I think it would be appropriate, if it's okay with you, to share your contact information, because if they want to contact you, they may not want to ask me. They might want to keep it, you know, it's personal.
And I don't even tell people who I'm coaching.
Right, which is
unless I ask the person, you know, ahead of time, do you mind if I mention that I'm coaching you? And, well, I have a website. It's Anne with an E, Gregson.com.
Okay.
And you can give me a call, 532-9479.
Okay. And the Adirondack Women's Empowerment Retreat, the phone number that's for that is 810-7871. So if anybody's interested in that, you can give me a call, or you can call that number and talk to Debbie Phelps, she's the one who answered the phone. So I hope that all of you were intrigued by this interview, because I certainly am. And I will be willing to answer any questions that may come along, whether it be through email or Facebook or YouTube. And thank you very much, Anne. I really appreciate you coming.
Thanks.